What is going on, everybody? It's Bulls Nation Station back at it again with another one. Yesterday was a night. Good vibes everywhere from the second you walk into the United Center to the second you lay your eyes on the TV. Great vibes from the Chicago Bulls, and I'm going ahead and talk about that. Clearly, the man of the night, the highlight of the night is Lonzo Ball. And Lonzo Ball, he definitely made an appearance. It was awesome. It was so many things that happened last night. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and dive into it. Definitely subscribe to this page. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. Lonzo Ball made his appearance while, you had the starting lineup of Josh Giddey, Patrick Williams, Kobe White, Vooch, and Zach LaVine. Everybody was waiting on the second Lonzo Ball touch the floor. And that was awesome to see. And so when it finally happened, everyone stood up to their feet and he was introduced to a loud standing ovation. His teammates stood up for him, everybody clapped, and it was just that love that Lonzo received that was missed while he was gone. And so you could tell he was emotional, in that little moment. I could kind of see he was kind of nervous when he first sat on the bench because he kept shaking. He was trying to, figure out how to stay calm until he checked in the game. But when he finally did, it was successful. He got in the game, hit his first three, then hit his second three. He had a couple of nice highlight plays. He played like the Lonzo Ball of old. You could just see how the offense was flowing when he was in the game. Everything was just on a string. The assist he had to THT when he drove in for a layup. He did a lot of things. It was even small things that a lot of people didn't notice when he was directing directing Zach to get on this part of the floor. It was one defensive breakdown. Zoe was like, what's going on? Let's get it together. But you could just see it inspired everyone to, do more activity on the floor. You could see Kobe White trying to veer across the floor defensively. He's just like an influence, and it was awesome to have that energy back. He played well. He had a steal on Julius Randle that was nice, where he jumped out of bounds and saved it. And he also had a nice possession when he came in and had a block from behind on Randle. So you could just see, even through the injuries, he still is able to play some really good off-ball defense. He showed his shooting, and he was always moving without the ball. The cuts he made, when Patrick Williams found him down for an open layup, when Zach LaVine fed him when he set a screen and cut. It's little things like that more players on the Bulls need to do. And Lonzo, he could show, why he's who he is. And so it was an awesome, successful, return for Lonzo Ball. It was a very nice emotional moment after the game where they presented him the game ball, and the team, gathered around him and just embraced him for having such a good day. The coach was proud of him. It was just, everything just went perfect for Lonzo. And that's awesome to see. And it's awesome to see that, on top of all of this, he played well. And so shout out to Lonzo Ball. But yeah, it was an entertaining game. It was a close game. We faced the starters for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the Bulls played well. They shot the three really well. If they play this type of offense, this is good for the Bulls. We was without, some of our young guys in Buzelis, Phillips, and Terry. But yeah, as far as the way we played, we shot pretty well. From the three-point line, we shot 44%, 18 to 41, 48% from the field, 32 assists. It was a lot of things that we did. We had some blocks, some steals. And, if the Bulls can play more of this up-tempo shooting and three kind of style, I do feel like the Bulls would be better than, what people give them credit for. And that's awesome to see. Kobe White, once again, he shot the ball really well. 5 of 7 from the three, 6 of 9 from the field. He finished off with 23 points. Zach LaVine chipped in a nice solid 19. And I feel like Patrick Williams had his best game. He had 12 points, 2 of 4 from the three, but he was aggressive. He had that nice dunk over Rudy Gobert. Hit some threes. That's the Patrick we like to see, the active, engaged. And maybe he was just trying to figure out his footing in the first couple games he played. But yeah, we need this type of Patrick Williams for sure. It's not that he put up so many points, but he was a threat out there. And that's what we need out of Patrick Williams. Josh Giddey, he missed a lot of open layups. And he was kind of off on his offense, but he did have 9 assists, which was good. Vucevic had 17 and 12. And so, it was pretty cool to see. We got to see extended minutes from Jalen Smith, who had 10 points and 8 rebounds. And Yeah, Taylor Horton Tucker, man, that dude gets buckets. Everybody should know he didn't overlap the team. I feel bad for my guy. He was a good feel-good story last season, but 17 points, 2 of 5 from the three. I mean, he's playing his way into this lineup, and it's like you can't hold him back. And so, yeah, shout out to the Chicago Bulls for sure. We got one more game, tomorrow against Cleveland Cavaliers. But yeah, I mean, you could kind of get an idea and a taste of this lineup. We'd like to see if our young guys can play the next game. But yeah, shout out to Javon Carter also on the game-winning three towards the end. But yeah, this is going to be our team heading into the season. And one thing, you could take away from the Bulls shooting, from the Bulls, playing faster, is that the Bulls, they're in it for each other and they have great team chemistry. And so that's awesome to see. But comment down below. Let me know how do you guys feel about yesterday's game. And I'm going to holler at you guys later. I'm out.